What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Desk of Pens, and today I got yet another baller pen for all of you. So as you guys may remember, I did my really interesting hot take on the Pilot G2 and the ways that I think it's actually really good, and how it's a little overrated because of how compatible it is with all these different kinds of refills. And I'm like, the G2 is really cool. It's an amazing little pen, but it's time I showed you guys the premium option. This beautiful Pilot G2 Limited. The sucker is in matte black, and let's just get right into it. So right off the bat, I personally love the way that this thing looks. I think it looks really nice. The clip is really good. The click is very, very satisfying. Something cool to check out is when you see this little sort of yellow button, you know that it is not sticking out, but when that disappears, then you can kind of realize, uh-oh, I've deployed my pen, which that's really helpful if you have it writing, say, in like your pant pocket or something. You sit down, you want to look just to make sure that, your G2 isn't doing anything too bad. Boom, you can just look right here, and if you see this beautiful kind of yellow-green dot thing going on, then you know that the tip of that pen is not sticking out at all, which I think is incredibly helpful and super nice. And that's a feature that I wish all pens had, something like this right here. At least all of the clicky pens. With twist pens, with like roller ball pens, other pens like that, you don't have to worry about it as much. But anyway, okay, let's just get right into it. So Pilot G2 limited pen in 0.7. You look at something. That's what I thought. Okay, so we put a Mont Blanc refill in that. Alrighty, this is why you always look at the pens before. Okay. I was writing with it, and I'm like, that's a little too smooth. That's a little too nice. I'm like, that's not a G2. Hang on, let me pull out another one. Sorry, I was going to show you the other one as well, so it's actually quite helpful. Boom, there we go. That's one that actually has a G2 refill in there. Let's just have a look at that one. Boom, here we go. That's an actual G2 refill. So yeah, very, very cool, very fun. Yeah, but this one also comes with a little Mont Blanc refill. Well, no, it doesn't come with a little Mont Blanc refill, but it can fit with a Mont Blanc refill, and that's pretty amazing. Okay, here's the actual one. Pilot, that's more like it. G2 limited pen. No, hang on, limited edition in 0.7. Yeah, it's a good looking pen, my friend. It's very, very nice. And so is this one. Sorry, I have two different models right here, and we're just gonna kind of, use them interchangeably. One of them has a little G2, a little Mont Blanc refill in it though, so let me just focus on getting that one out. Yeah, okay, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Okay. That is awkward. I very much apologize, you guys. I'm very sorry about that. Here's an actual refill. Here we go. All right. This is much better. This is much better. That said, that wrote really well. That wrote so smooth, though, that I just kind of knew instinctively. I'm like, yep, this is the one that has the Mont Blanc, isn't it? And sure enough, I was correct. Yeah, but that is a cool plus. It's like, kind of like the regular G2. It can be very much interchangeably changed, if you will. Yeah, so we'll just do a little kind of skip test right here, just to kind of test it, just to see what's going on, see how it writes, and then we will also use this guy in a second. Yeah, so the skip test it's doing quite well at, and now with the other one, so he doesn't feel left out, we will do just a little smear test. Yeah, so a little bit of smearing. Like, the G2 refill has always been a little more of a wet ink, at least in my experience. Another thing that I have heard about it is that unlike its Acroball Ballpoint Cousins. These guys, these gel refills, these G2 refills apparently kind of have some issues with like going out into the cold. I've heard a lot of reports on the refills just straight up like freezing and needing time to like actually thaw out, which is kind of too bad because again, it's such an iconic pen and it's like super cool, you know. But again, the nice thing is that it's compatible with all these different refills, so it's not something to be overly concerned about. Because, you know, if you got, you know, again, like a Sharpie S gel refill or anything like that, you just trimmed it down and then you just trimmed it down, you'd be good to go. So yeah, so enough about the refill though, like just kind of examining the pens. Obviously these guys have very different colors, right? It's like one is bright, one is dark, one's black, one's silver. And but I mean, I think that they're both still very nice. For some weird reason, I feel like I see this where like this silver grip is a little more flared compared to this black grip that's a little more narrow, you know, but they're both very, very comfortable to hold. Like, I very much enjoy these grips. I do enjoy writing with it, you know, all things considered. I do think that the pen body just shines. And like, I know that some people don't like it. I personally do though, you know. We got G2 Limited right there. We got the Japan right there, you know, Japanese pens are always just so quality made. Shout out to all of my Japanese viewers, by the way. I know I don't have a lot of you, but I see you guys around. Same thing with all my Indian viewers. Shout out to you guys too. You guys are cool. And my Canadian and American viewers, because those are the 4 countries that I notice you guys are kind of coming from, you know. And so I think that, you know, it's very nice, you know. It's a very nice refill. It's a very nice pen body, and I do believe it to be a very cool like step up compared to the standard G2 right here. That's kind of just plastic, you know, and that can kind of get stepped on. But again, like, you know, this pen body, this whole thing, it has a reason why, you know, it's within my great EDCD pens under $10. And if it were EDCD pens under $5, guess what? It would make that one too. Because, you know, I think the unit price for this thing is only like $225 or something. Anyway, but if you're looking for something that's beautiful under $20, you know, something that won't break the bank, won't break the bank, this is an awesome option, you know. And so let me just do a little highlighter test right here. I'm expecting it to smear, and it did, unfortunately. Not the greatest at highlighter resistance. It does pose some of the same problems that the Energel kind of poses, where it's a very smooth and a very nice gel pen, but when it comes to, you know, highlighting and when it comes to dry time, maybe not your most ideal, you know. Well, actually, the Energel does shine a little bit in that, at least in the dry time, but not so much in your highlighting experience, which is too bad, you know. But again, it is still very much interchangeable. I think that this one is compatible with 316 refills. This one right here is compatible with 314. So I don't know the two that got away, but that's okay. And yeah, I mean, I think it's just like, it's just a beautiful pen. The clip is very nice. It's got these amazing like chrome kind of accents on this sort of like matte silver finish, and it's just super nice. And then of course on the other model we have, you know, just kind of like glossy black accents, if you will, on kind of like a matte black sort of body frame, which is again very, very nice. And so overall, like, I like it, you know, and I highly recommend it. It rests really well in the hand. Like, one might argue that it is a little back heavy. Well, this is kind of where it drops. You go up a little more, it drops more. So I guess the center of gravity is somewhere in here, or the center of balance is somewhere in here. And so maybe that makes it a little hard for some people, you know, to kind of feel like it's a little more back heavy. I feel like it's well balanced. I'll say that, you know. I don't feel like I have to, you know, kind of like fight against it and like all this. I don't feel that way. I think it's actually really, really nice, you know. The refill, while good, is not the one that I would recommend. In general, I don't like the G2 refill too much, you know. And that's not because I hate it, because I don't hate it, but I do acknowledge and understand that there are other refills out there that are simply phenomenal, you know. But yeah. In general, if you guys are just looking for like a nice standard humble pen, but you know, it's still, you know, suitable, right? It's still something that, you know, you'd be proud to take into like a meeting, or, you know, show off to your girlfriend, or like whatever you buffoons are up to. I don't think this is a bad option. Like, I genuinely like it. I would recommend maybe like a trimmed like Jetstream refill, maybe, you know. But overall still like a great option. And you know, the price point on this, it kind of varies from place to place. I've seen at Office Depot you can get them for about $14.99, which I think is like a really good price point for any of the colors. Amazon, the colors vary. The matte black here was only about $12, but that silver one on Amazon is $25. So I went to Office Depot. I did not mess around on Amazon with that one. But the matte black, though, it was like totally cool. And yeah, and so overall, I think that, you know, it's these are great pens, and there's something that, you know, I recommend to everybody. Again, not the refill, but the pen body, the grip. The grip is nice. The grip is super comfortable. I think probably the only grip that I think is a little bit better is that of the Sharpie S Gel, this puppy right here. I think this grip is a little bit better. But other than that, I think that, you know, I think it is really good bang for your buck, and it's something that I would recommend to everyone. So, yeah. Anyway, okay. I have talked long enough. I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Yeah, and this is Desk of Pens, simply signing off. See ya. Bye.